that we often talk about in whispers, 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 whispers. But now I want us to talk about it out loud because fostering is still a big part of our reality. Here's our big hard fact. According to Statista, 7.3% of Nigerian households had an orphan, and 13.2% were fostering a child whose parents were not present in the home. So fostering orphans it's common in our culture, in our lifestyle, and like all social practices, it has its pros, it has its cons. I'm talking about people who do the right thing, not the ones who take in orphans to exploit their labor. No, not those people. Those ones are disgusting. I'm talking about people who take in their relatives or their close family friends and treat them just like their own children. But even in cases like this, there can be friction. One major reason there's friction is lots of people are very okay with taking in their relatives, but they have a problem with taking in their spouse's relatives. And that brings me to this story. A young woman shared her story. Well, she's not young, according to her story, but she told us that her sister got pregnant for someone, and during delivery, her sister died. Till date, she doesn't know who was responsible for the pregnancy, but the girl who was born out of that pregnancy is now 8 years old, and she's been doing her best to care for her. Since her sister's death, this woman says no one has come for this girl. She says she's not tired of caring for her because God has blessed her with a lucrative business. She says that this girl, this 8-year-old girl, her niece, is in one of the best nursery schools here in Lagos. She then says, though, that her problem is that she met a guy early this year and told him everything about herself and about her late sister. He said that if he was going to marry her, he wouldn't be able to accommodate the child, that he doesn't want to marry someone who has a child. This woman says that this child is just like her own child. So she went on to tell us how this man that she met, that she wants to marry, first complained that she was buying expensive clothes for a child of 8 years, that it's inappropriate. So she stopped buying the clothes. He then said that she should register her in a government school instead of a private school because the private school where she put her niece was quite expensive. She now told him that she'll think about it after this term. And the guy got angry, said, "Oh, you want to be stubborn." She says that this guy is a nice guy and that they're hoping to settle down together early next year, but her problem is her niece. She said she discussed this with her head teacher about giving her niece up for adoption, but her niece's head teacher was not pleased about the idea, but she promised to look for someone who could take the girl as a maid. Now, the woman says that she's not comfortable about giving her niece up as a maid, but that she's looking for people who will adopt her and take care of her, that she can come and visit her at any time. She says age is no longer on her side. She'll be 37 by January 2022. No one has the right to judge her, she says. She says she cannot waste her whole life, pleasing anyone. She also says that she has tried to talk to her guy, to get him to change his mind. But the guy has stuck with his decision. If I'm going to marry you, you're not going to bring this child into our lives. She says she doesn't want to lose the guy, that it wasn't easy having someone serious. Her relationships have not lasted more than 2 or 3 months. But this one has lasted a long time, and she believes that this guy is the right man for her. His family loves her, that it's a signal that their union will be blessed. She just doesn't know what to do about her 8-year-old niece who was given birth to while her sister was given whose mother died while they were giving birth to her. And I wonder what you think of this story, Lagos. Because on the one hand, the idea of letting the girl go is horrifying to her, well, letting her go be a maid anyway. But putting her up for adoption, no wahala. But on the other hand, she doesn't want to lose this man. She's getting older. She's not sure if she ends this relationship, she'll be able to find another one. She wants to get married, have her own children. She don't know what she go do. What do you think she should do? 014657190 for women. Women, call me and tell me what you think should happen here. Men, call me as well. 0700-993-993. Of course, I have my own views of what I think should happen here, but I'm not going to say what they are because I want to hear yours. So 0700-993-993 for men. For women, 014657190. 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
Hello.
Hello. Good evening. What's your name, ma'am?
Yeah, good evening, Sandra. My name is Ngozi.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Sandra. Honestly, the story is quite heartbroken. For me, I feel, honestly, just from my own view,
Okay.
I feel that guy is just a joy killer, Sandra.
Okay.
I'm just wondering why a man who is going into the institution of marriage expecting to have his or her own kids would be that so callous to just a little girl, even after hearing the story. For me, I just feel the lady should, since she has already concluded what she wants. If not, I would have been of the opinion for her to let that man go. I think sometimes we women fail to see the red line when it is even so glaring, showing on our faces. Probably because of the societal pressure of getting married. And she does not want to see that this guy may not guarantee her a happy home. If she really wants to give the girl out for adoption, I know a lot of people will be willing to adopt that girl. Me, myself, I don't mind adopting a daughter. Honestly speaking, but it's a very bad thing for that guy to do. You will be shocked, Sandra, if you discover, what if this guy happens to be the one that impregnated the sister? Are you thinking of that direction? Because I don't know why a young man should have so much hatred for a little girl or just of 8. So a lot of things is running through my mind, but I just hope God will give her the wisdom to do the right thing. Thank you, Sandra.
Ngozi, thank you for calling us. We've got Onyekachi in Aja, who's a first-time caller. Onyekachi, welcome.
Hello, Sandra. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, my name is Onyekachi, calling from Aja.
Welcome.
Thank you. Please, I don't know if the person in this case is listening. If she's listening, please, I will advise her to do away with that relationship. But if she so wish, she can go on. But I'm seeing something not as nice as she thinks it is.
Okay.
Some of the things the guy is showing her now, in future, it will grow to something bigger that she might not be able to handle.
Okay.
I'm a married guy, even though my wife is not feeling fine for some years now.
Okay.
But there were some signs I saw in her when about to get married, and I ignored some of those things.
Okay.
But as time went on, it became something bigger. So I see the guy as somebody who is domineering.
Okay.
Because he complaining the clothes you are buying for the young girl is so
It's
costly.
expensive.
The school is private school, changed to public, and all the rest. Well, I don't think such a relationship is worth,
Losing her
venturing
knees
into.
for.
But if she wants to, so be it. But I will advise her not to.
Okay. Thank you for calling. Abimbola is in Lagos Island. She's a first-time caller. Hi, Abimbola.
Hi.
Hi.
For me, I feel, from what you said about the man, I don't think he really loves her.
Okay.
And he's very domineering.
Okay.
And I think right now she's just too, she's in love. I don't know.
Well, she's 37.
She just wants this relationship desperately, that she's not seeing the red flags. And I don't know how long she will be able to keep up with the demands of the guy.
Okay.
She claims now that this is what she wants, but if it's what she wanted all this while, she would not have taken care of this girl. The little girl is innocent. If she stops thinking of herself for once and think of the little girl, I think she will make a better decision.
But is it fair to ask her to not think of herself, because she's been thinking of this
Yeah,
girl
she can think
for
of
8
herself, but
years?
it's a responsibility that she has taken, and this is not the time to drop it. She's still a girl. What if it's her own baby? Will she throw her baby away because of a guy? I mean, they are still blood related. It's not as if she picked her off the street and she was just being nice for some time. It's still her niece. Like they say, blood is thicker than water. I think she should reconsider everything. She should look at everything holistically and think. Maybe she should not think of herself this time around and think of the little girl. I know strongly she will make a better decision.
Okay.
If she does that.
Abimbola, thank you very much for calling. I mean, this is a woman who's 37, says, love has been hard to find, and this one seems to love her. He's a nice guy. His family loves her, according to her. The problem here is that he just doesn't want this 8-year-old girl to come into their home when they get married. And this is not a new story. There are lots of men who meet single mothers and they say to the single women, you're not going to come into my home if we get married with the children of your previous marriage. Same thing for men as well. The women they want to marry will say, I would love to marry you, but I'm not going to live in the same house with children from your previous marriage or previous relationship or whatever. And so some people give up the relationship, some people give up the children. Either way, one relationship gets given up. It's either the relationship with the child or children or relationship with the love interest. But what do you think about this particular story? What do you think she should do? Bahomi is in Ikeja. He's a first-time caller. Hi, Bahomi.
Okay, the first time call on the show.
Okay.
Hello, Sandra.
Hello, Bahomi.
Okay, I would say that the best way to judge somebody is not the way they treat you, but the way they treat people around you.
Okay.
That is one thing I have to say concerning this situation. So, this guy, I believe he's interested in I think the lady is financially stable, and that is one of the pull factor for this guy in this relationship.
Okay.
He's interested in her money, and he will want as much as possible to have a control over that. And she sees fostering that little girl as a leakage in that fund. That's one. And also, I think in general speaking, not just in this case, a lot of Nigerians, yes, it's true, they are reluctant in taking care of other people's children. And all goes both ways, especially for even when you want to just, maybe not even fostering, you just have a family member that wants to come in just for a few days, or say, my nephew wants to come and do IT in Lagos or youth service and wants to stay. You see the other part of the couple frowning their face. You understand? I put some of this into economic pressure, because people are always skeptical about that, because they don't want unnecessary expenses on themselves on themselves, maybe coming from somebody that is not related to them per se. Let's say me taking care of my wife's sister's financial burden when they come to my house. So these are some of the things. I think as the economy improves, I believe people will start being more, more open, and that's why, because I believe that if charity increases as the level of income increases, so people will be more if our economy improves.
Okay.
That's why I take it.
Bahami, thank you so much for calling. Because that's my next question, really. Why do so many Nigerians dislike the idea of raising children that are not related to them? It's a situation we hear about all the time. You know, I told you about people like the woman's boyfriend who say they'll never allow somebody else's kids to stay with them. You have others who will agree to do it, but turn around and mistreat and abuse the child because they really don't want them there, or they've not truly embraced them as their own, you know? And I'm thinking that there must be some social or cultural factors behind this. And I want to know what you think they are. Bahomi thinks it's economical. Do you agree? Another reason I hear quite a bit is that if you raise someone else's kids, when they grow up, they will remember that you're not their biological parent and they will turn their back on you. That's one, my family members said, told me when I told them, I was going to adopt, they will turn their back on you and go and look for their blood relatives. Is this really an actual common occurrence, or do you think that if you raise children with love when they need it, they will always remember you? Which outcome do you think is more common? Sarah is on the line. Sarah is not on the line anymore. We do hope Sarah can call us back. Why do so many Nigerians think there's something wrong with raising someone else's children? Because this lady's story is not unique to her. Do you understand the reasons? Do you agree with the reasons? Which is more likely to happen? If you raise a child with love, they will always remember you, or they will go and look for their blood relatives. Which outcome do you think is more common? 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
This is Sandra.
Yes, this is Sandra. What's your name?
My advice to the woman is that she should forget that man, forge her head.
Okay.
The reason being that the man, I don't think he will be a good man, because I have a case at hand. I have a sister who had a child before getting married.
Okay.
And this man barred that particular son from coming to the house. And now the man told my sister that he doesn't want anybody. Even when my own daughter was supposed to visit her, she said it was a no-no. So it's the same green light. So that lady, though she's 37, but she shouldn't worry. When we give out our own husband who we understand her, supposing that girl was her daughter, she should think that way. God help us all.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Isaiah is in VGC. Isaiah, hello.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. Good afternoon.
Yeah. My advice for this lady, it's very, very straight. I don't know her, but I'll say she shouldn't be offended if she's listening.
Okay.
At 37, I don't think love should be what should be pushing her.
Okay.
What should be pushing her is, I believe, her brain ought to be straight with her decision on what she wants and what she doesn't. Because, like she said, she had seen so many relationships, and this one is the one that is likely working well for her. It's a different case. Though I'm not saying that is bad, but if the man's argument is he can't take that child because the lady was the one who gave birth to the child before he met.
Isaiah? Hello, Isaiah?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Now I can. You broke off for a bit.
Okay. I said it's a different case when the lady in question is the one who gave birth to the child before the guy met her. And he's insisting he doesn't want the child around the house. But right now, the mother is diseased. For Christ's sake, if for any reason, just think of the mother and accept that child in your home and live your life peacefully. And this is the first step of I don't know how best to explain it, but I think the guy is gradually gaslighting her by toiling with her mindset. Stop the child from going to a private school. Stop buying expensive things from the child. Gradually, he's trying to control her, and it will get to a point where she loses her own say in the home if eventually she gets married to him, and which is very, very dangerous.
Okay. All right, Isaiah from VGC. Oh, sorry, he was still talking. I thought he was done. But thank you for calling, Isaiah. I think we get the point. Zeno is in Ikeja. Hello, Zeno.
Yeah, good afternoon,
Good
Sandra.
afternoon. Welcome.
You sound better today.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I want this issue. I think the lady, one, we don't even know how old the child is.
She's 8 years old.
6 years.
8 years old.
8 years.
Yes.
I think she should stay with her daughter because I have a friend. A similar thing happened.
Okay.
Her mom, the man she got married to, said he can't have two wives in the same house. And my friend was the same age.
Okay.
So what the woman did was to send my friend
Mm-hmm.
to live with her dad's relatives, right?
Okay.
And anyway, she made it. Now the man had other children from my friend's mom,
Mm-hmm.
and the man is late as we speak. He hasn't been buried. Why? Because the children can't raise money to bury him. Now they are calling this same lady now to come help them. You understand?
Okay.
So I think people that are in such situations like this should they should consider tomorrow, because you don't know. And this part of the world, we don't. Anyway, not this part of the world, because I know that some countries they don't even talk more you or you start training them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people should develop these kind heart to people.
Mm.
Now, people are, even myself, I'm begging my friend now, just listen to them. They are your half brothers, they are your half sisters. Your mom, and the mom is late as well. The lady might suffered where she lives. Why? Because her mom was somewhere, the man she got married to didn't want her around. So I think if she wants the best for her daughter, if the man is rejecting the girl at this stage, I think she should just stay with her daughter and take care of her daughter.
Okay.
It's up to her.
All right,
That's
Zeno.
my contribution.
Thank you so much for calling. Let's take messages very quickly from WhatsApp before we have to take a break. We've got, thank you very much. Well, you didn't leave your name, but thank you for all the love. But I think bringing another child into your home, so many people third party with that message. A good example of a man who loves old age is Kofo Abayomi. He went to the extent of changing his own name to the deceased husband's new wife. That's a message from Taiwo. He says, I feel the guy is the lady is doing fine, spending a lot on the girl will hinder him. Feeling that girl can be feeling a major percent I love him. From Surulere says, why can we not do things without expecting a reward or an idea of the reward for anything that we do? If you train any child and they turn their back on you, leave them. Forget about it. Focus on God, your reward, and not man. Williams, I'm very with you there. We've got one from the man. Is nice. That's it for great is Nikorodu. All right, Lagos, we'll take a break. When we come back from this break, we'll keep talking. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili on social media. This story still here. Wait on the other side of this break. Coming on tonight, Nigeria.
More talk, more right after this.
come in pairs like salt and pepper, bread and beans, sport and entertainment.
Say what?
That's right. Showmax Pro is bringing you the best of both worlds.
Everybody strap in. I'm about to open some windows.
Now you can watch live sport from Super Sport.
In your life, have you seen anything like that?
As well as movies, originals, award-winning international and local shows, plus kids shows when you sign up at showmax.com.
Coming! Oh, Vincent, just the person I want to see. You're welcome. Please sit down, sit down.
What happened, Chief? You're looking all bright and cheerful today, unlike last week when...
Forget about last week. I now have my insurance policy from Linkage Assurance PLC. That means all my containers, motor vehicles, and my warehouse are well protected.
Hey, I hear that Linkage Assurance PLC is now bigger,
Yes,
bolder,
Yes.
and better to offer various classes of insurance like motor insurance, oil and gas, fire and burglary, agriculture, marine and aviation, and general accident insurance with prompt claim settlement.
To get your Linkage Assurance policy, please call 0700 546 52273. Linkage Assurance PLC. Protection that counts.
On Health Station with Carla, we talk physical and spiritual health and so much more.
Generally, on social media, people only share the best things that happen to them. People who follow start to feel unhappy with their own lives as they are constantly and sometimes unconsciously comparing their lives to that person who might have been actually even faking whatever it is they're posting.
Hi, this is Carla. Join me every Thursday at 2:30 p.m.
Tune in every Thursday, 2:30 to 3 p.m. for a common sense approach to healthy living.
Cut down on the social media and news consumption and see what happens to you, and ask yourself, what will you do with your 2 extra hours a day?
Right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info presents the GX Conference 2021.
Happening Saturday, October 16th at 4 Point Hotel, Victoria Island.
Let's talk self-development, strategic career development plans, entrepreneurship, employability, and love in a fun and relaxed atmosphere.
Come interact with young people that have made Nigeria work for them.
Speakers include Dr. Wiba Boa, the Chief Executive Officer, All On Investment Company, DO to the TUN, radio presenter with Cool FM Lagos, celebrity hype man and multiple brand ambassador, Olumide Kayode Omoshebi, the founder, Gnosis Help Initiative, Daniel Emma, Danny Main, designer and iOS developer,
Precious Chukunda, technology and digital solutions expert, founder of Unicorn.ng, Abiodun Aremu, software engineer, founder, Milliscript IT Enterprises Nigeria, Isaac Odugbeso, digital IT solutions expert, founder, and digital marketer.
Music by Johnny Drill, the GX Conference, Love and Career, Saturday, October 16th, 2021. Venue, Jupiter Hall, 4 Point Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Time, 5 p.m. prompt. The GX Conference, Love and Career.
They say that I'm a fool. Well, that's fine, 'cause I'm a fool for you.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
What a long break. It's 5:40. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Prince has been on the line for as long as we've been on break. Prince, you're really committed, though.
Thank you.
Welcome. What do you want to say that you badly had to stay on the line?
First of all, I just have to sacrifice that. So I just said if it takes you all day to do the, what's it called? So I will have to wait.
Okay.
Till the advert finish.
Okay.
First of all, congratulations. I never had the opportunity to say congratulations for your award.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's discuss a little about marriage. A lot of people are facing challenges even in the marriage that they are today. Why? Because of what will people say. People are having pressure of getting married. Okay? And the young lady said she has gotten to a particular age.
She's 37.
That suitors are not coming again.
Mm-hmm.
But she's making a lot of big mistakes because the handwriting is written boldly on the wall. She's even lucky that God could be able to push the guy to actually show who the guy really is. Thank God that she has not even gotten into the marriage before the young man started, I believe the man will be older than her.
Okay.
And the man will now begin to tell her, remove this young lady from the school. Let's assume that he took the young lady in and they've gotten married.
Right.
And he will now say, oh, remove the young lady from the private school, take her to government school, don't be buying her expensive thing, be buying her. It's to show you that that man is wicked. Whatever thing you cannot do to your own child, don't do it to someone else's child. Secondly, the young lady should be happy that she even have a baby. She's already a mother, 8 years old baby. So in the next 17 years, probably, or 18 years, she will be a grandmother. So she should just have that at the back of her mind.
Okay.
What about if she goes into the marriage and she did not have a child? And she has already lost this one by giving it out. What happened? So there are a lot of things you need to actually think about. A baby that God gave to you, He gave to you freely. There is a purpose that God gave you that baby. It is not that she merited it. I'm not saying that it's nice that the mother died. But God knew that, oh, she is the one that can be able to train that baby. And now she want to give her the baby to somebody that will not be able to take care of her because there is a man out there that she want to get married to. I'm not saying she should not get married. Do you understand? But this young man in question is an evil person. Sorry for me using that word.
It's okay.
Because he's already interpreting some things to you. First of all, removing the child from a private school. I'm not really keen about how much the school must have been costing the young lady.
Right.
After she can afford it, why will you not deprive the baby of good education? And secondly, she's a girl. So we'll be talking about girl child.
Right.
Then you're still saying that you should deprive the baby of giving her good clothing. I mean, if that man has an opportunity to marry that lady, I think she will be punching the lady if the guy is not even punching her now, but she's carried away because she wants to get married. A lot of us ran into marriage because people say, oh, we should get married, and we got married to the wrong people. Some of us cannot be able to come out. Some of us, we took it and we came out, and we even say, thank God that we came out from it. There are a lot of people that have also gone into marriage for 15 years. They've not had a child. Would they go and kill themselves? So she should be lucky that she even brought it to this place. The guy is not a good guy. She should not even try it to say the guy is a good guy. I remember when a guy want to toast a lady, he will even, this is your younger sister. Oh, he will be buying the baby sweet things just to make the lady knows that this person loves me.
Right.
And this person is now saying that you should remove this person, you remove the young lady from this good thing, man. That's wickedness in high places. So I will beg her, please, my sister, any man that want to get married to you might even come tomorrow without even knowing you, and he will propose to you immediately. Less than a week or a month, you will be saying, how come? Because with God, all things are possible. So she should delete that negative thought from her brain. Okay. It doesn't matter how old you are, but I wish you get somebody that will marry you and marry that baby.
Okay. All right, Prince. Thank you so much for calling and for sharing. We've got Yemisi on the line. Yemisi, how you doing?
Hello, good evening, President Sandra.
Good evening.
I'm glad to be able to talk on air. Thank you.
Welcome.
So, my contribution, I mean, a lot of people have said that the man is selfish, the man, there are red flags that she needs to watch out for, and I completely agree. The question I had in mind when, you raised this topic is, are there other family members who could take in that child?
Nobody else has come forward.
Marry.
Nobody else has come
No,
forward.
I mean, family members on our side, family members on the man's side, or whoever the father is.
They don't know who the father is.
Okay, so that side is closed. What of their own family members?
Their own family members. Nobody
uncles
else came forward to. So for the past 8 years, she's been doing this. Nobody else has asked to help. Nobody has offered to help. Nobody has come forward one way or the other. She's been doing this herself, completely.
Okay, then the advice that I would give her is, if she must give the child. Of course, I don't think that, first of all, I personally do not think that she should go into marriage with this particular person because there are red flags already, as everybody has said. So I won't dwell much on that. But if she would give the child up for adoption, she should go through the proper channel and give that child up for adoption. Let somebody who is willing to take the child as their own, go through the proper channel and adopt the child. Not that she should just hand over the child to anybody who would enslave the child. Now, what do I mean by proper channel? Give the child up for adoption to, the state government. People who want to adopt children legally would come forward and adopt the child through the approved Lagos State orphanages. Because that is the only way that you can guarantee that anybody that takes that child in through the legal process is ready to treat that child as their own and not, as somebody who wants to enslave the child or give the child for, maid and all that. So she should go through if indeed she's overwhelmed. Well, I don't think that she's overwhelmed from her story, but I mean, if she thinks that with this child in her hands, she will never be able to have children, she will never be able to have a marriage, then maybe she should give the child up for adoption legally and then live her life. She's allowed to live her life, right? So maybe that is an option. But that the guy is specifically saying that he doesn't want that child in their life when they get married, that for me, it's a red flag. And she should consider it again before going into such marriage. Thank you.
Thank you, Yemisi, for calling. We've got Alex in Ikeja on the line. Alex, are you there?
Yeah, I am, Sandra.
We have very committed callers today.
Yes, yes, I really want to put my word in here.
Alex, welcome. Go ahead.
You see, the only reason why this child is not her child is the legalese.
Okay.
In the sense that it's only the legal, she's not the one who physically gave birth to her. Otherwise, this child is in your child in various other dimensions. Do you understand me, Sandra?
Right.
It's only the legalese that makes it different that this child is not your child.
Right.
You have been the mother of this child for so many years.
That's right.
I'm worried that some people are actually saying that she should contemplate giving the child up. You see, the request of this gentleman is a red flag in itself.
Okay.
But for me, rather than run away immediately, I would have loved for this woman to take just the extra mile to ask him to find out why he's making this request. Let's see what is happening in the man's mind. This man may be a pedophile, and he knows it, right? So he's making his request early in the day. Now, let me say this. Even if this child were to be the child born to these two people, a pedophile will violate that child.
Okay.
That's why I said she should go the extra mile and find out, just try and pick his brain a little bit, that what is the reason before you bail, because she must bail from that relationship. It's not worth it, right?
Okay.
And then you see in life, many times, people don't appreciate what they have until they lose it.
Okay.
This child might just be the real source of joy to this woman. And it's even possible that the woman doesn't know it. Okay. The confidence that she has every day to step out of her house in the morning, it might just be this child. How do you allow someone walk into your life and say, let's take her away? Do you understand me, Sandra?
Right.
And for those who are talking about economic conditions, it's a scarcity mentality, for heaven's sakes.
Okay.
Even when people have nothing, they still share. How can you be talking about the economy? I grew up in a house, a monogamous home, yet my parents were taking care of as many as 20 people at some point in those days. I'm not even joking. It's a scarcity mentality and it's evil.
Okay.
Thanks, Sandra.
Thank you, Alex, for calling. Let me go to WhatsApp because the WhatsApp people are important as well. But first of all, here's a message from Ayodeji Vong. Ayodeji sent us a message on Skype, and he says that he strongly believes there's indication that man is a manipulative person. Tell the woman to run for her dear life because it's going to get worse. And I don't think the man loves her. She's thinking with her heart and not her reasoning and logic, and she'll eventually regret it if she tries it. We've got a message from Edna who says it's a signal for the lady to leave that man. This is a clear indication that the man will not be a good husband. She should run for her dear life. God will provide the bone of her bone. That 8-year-old child may be the only child that lady will call my child. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I saw that before you told me not to. Got another message here. I'm afraid that we can't help this lady. She has made up her mind. I know a woman who had 2 daughters before she got married. She was also in her late 30s. Sandra, this woman I'm talking about turned down every man who did not accept her 2 daughters. As I type, she's finally happily married to a man who accepted her 2 daughters. You would think that they're his children. If a man wants to marry you and hates the child that you're with, you shouldn't be desperate for him as a lady. He can't claim to love you and have an ability to love and have an inability to love a harmless child. It's not for economical reasons that people turn down raising other people's kids, and it's not true that other people's kids will abandon you to go look for their blood relatives when they get older. It's out of an inability to love that people turn down other people's children. Ladies should stop being desperate. I promise you, if she loses this guy, the next guy will accept the child. That man is not a good man. The woman in your story is desperate. Help me tell her that no one makes a sound decision under desperation. She's about to make a bad decision by marrying this man. All right, thank you for your message. Let's take a look at this one from Baba Odu in Edu. Baba Odu says, it's a pity that woman is not seeing what doom will come on her if she dumps her niece and gets married to the man that will shatter her dream. A man who complains of how she's taking care of the young girl. This is gaslighting rearing up its ugly head if eventually she gets married to this non-humanist. Baba Odu, well, thank you for your message. Okay, we've got this one who says, I'm very worried that our society lacks love and people can advise her to give up the child. Someone waited all through the break to show how serious this is. This story makes my heart bleed. I know it's not easy for a guy to raise another man's child, but this one is just callous. The lady is ignoring a red flag that will come back to bite her. She's failing a test that God gave her to satisfy a guy who doesn't even love her. Abiola from Lekki with that message. All right, Abiola, thank you for your message. Sandra, that child is the key to that woman's success. The point where she said all you do... Okay, no, hold on. That's a message from 3 o'clock. Principal from Mushin with that message. Principal, thank you very much. Okay, so many messages. Good Lord, you'll love this topic. E Plus says, I think this is a matter of perception and orientation. How people view life is a reflection of their position and where they stand. You can't give what you don't have. Okay. Here's another message from Ndubisi Nokoko who says, this lady, is she the only one in her family? No brother or sister, no extended family? There must have been other family members who can come in. Please don't throw the girl away. Adoption is not the best. Well, she says nobody else has come forward. That's why she's considering adoption to begin with. Sandra, tell that lady to run for her life. That guy is not her husband. He's a sadist. She'll get a good and God-fearing husband to marry immensely. Immediately, she makes up her mind to leave that guy. That's Eyo Edet chatting from Ikoyi. Eyo Edet, thank you very much for your message. All right, let's come back to the phone line. Huh? We've got 5 minutes, so let's give 5 people 1 minute each, right? Can we do that? Let's do that. 99.3. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Paul.
Paul, you've got 60 seconds.
From Egbeda. First and foremost, let me congratulate you, President Sandra.
Thank you.
I've been trying to reach you for more than 2 weeks now to congratulate you. It has been very difficult.
Sorry.
The Lord will keep promoting you, keep giving you a name that will make your enemies bow.
Thank you.
In the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen. You've got 30
God
seconds.
bless you, man.
Bless you as well, sir.
Yeah, concerning this case, that lady should please not give up that child.
Okay.
That child may be a test that God is placing before her. And for the young man, that man should go and look for somebody to marry, not that lady.
All right, Paul. Thank you for calling. Ogechi Nikeja, you've got 60 seconds.
Hello?
Hello, you've got 60 seconds, okay?
Okay, Sandra, I heard when you mentioned this topic yesterday, but I just joined. I know if the lady is listening, please, I just want to beg her, don't give up that baby for adoption for any reason.
Okay.
A man cannot love you without loving your people. So if that guy wants to get married with you to you and he doesn't love the girl, a child that you have been training for the past 8 years, that man did not love you. There is nothing like love there. It's just infatuation. And at the end of the day, she will regret that marriage. She should just run for her dear life. Please, I beg her, wherever she is, she should not give up that child for adoption for any reason. She should go ahead and train that child.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Oge, for calling. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, Sandra. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Chinwe.
You've got 60 seconds.
Okay, so very quickly, I maybe just to echo what every other person has said. She should not give up the child.
Okay.
The relationship already has red flags. Different stories of single mothers with multiple children having the best marriages. So there's no guarantee that she's going to have a good marriage with a man who does not want a child that she has raised for 8 years. And I think the guarantee even tends towards not even having a good marriage. So she should please not give up the child and then just continue what she's been doing for the child. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 99.3, hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Thank you for calling.
Good afternoon.
You've got 60 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I want to say something.
Okay.
Everyone keep on talking about the guy. What about the lady herself who wants to bring this girl out? Don't you love the girl longer? You should go to that girl and say, well, if you don't love me and this girl, then everything goes.
Oh, unfortunately, your line is breaking up. Prince in Lekki, hello.
Oh, Sandra, it's long I spoke with you. Good evening, Sandra.
Good evening. Welcome back. You've got 60 seconds.
How are you?
I'm fine. You have 60 seconds.
Yes, Sandra, please. I'm just heartbroken with this kind of story. I don't know. I just want to bring another perspective to this story.
Okay.
What if, Sandra? What if tomorrow? What if the girl, 8 years old girl, this 8-year-old girl, 2 years now she will be 10 years. Some part of the country, so they married her with her 10 years. If this girl have grown up somewhere now, as a niece of this girl, this person, and they marry this man, will that man not be interested and say, oh, your niece is coming to my, who is your niece? Why is she asking that this girl should be, taken to private school, public school, and also talking about buying expensive for him? Okay, why can't she make another kind of arrangement that will take care of this girl? But okay, let's find a way to keep do everything good for this girl. Why is it? This girl will be heartbroken, Sandra.
Prince, thanks for calling. I wish we had more time to stay on this subject, but it's been great. I loved talking to you about it, and I hope that she makes the decision that works out for everybody. Somebody will lose out eventually, but I hope it's the Mali. Thank you. Find me on social media, Lagos. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili there. Let's keep talking. Tomorrow, we're going to give away 70K on Hard Facts. I'm thinking about jettisoning, big stories from the global scene, and we'll just be giving money from the beginning of the show to the end of the show. How do you like the sound of that? Huh? How do you like the sound of that? Let's do it tomorrow, shall we? Tomorrow, 3 p.m., tune into Hard Facts, and let's have a great, great time. Those are your Hard Facts, Lagos. The news is next. After that, we'll bring you listed Legosian, as well as other great stuff. Don't go away.
It's 6 o'clock. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.